My name is Lisa Vanderberg, and I am a caregiver, or carer if you're in the UK. Anyway, I'm not an executive, I'm not corporate, I don't even have a job, I don't earn anything. But that's what I am, I'm a carer, and that's the end of it. Fairly recently, however, things came to a head for me. Only a bit of which has to do with caring. And there were certain revelations that came to me that were just threatening to devastate me. They were just trying to kill me, sort of thing. And I found myself unwilling to breathe. This is the best way to put it. I have been here before, but probably not as bad. Probably because throughout my life, but probably because I'm also very tired being a full-time caregiver. It's my hat goes out to anybody else in my position because dang, it's hard. Sorry about that. I had to get rid of it. I'm fiddling. Anyway, so it was going to consume me, and I was worried. I was worried. Then a curious thing happened. In a sort of boon-shaped ed, something came along and changed my mind. You might know Dr. Lewellen, Dr. Edward Lewellen, I should say. He's president of Transformative Thinking. He's an author and lecturer of exemplary repute, and mainly in the corporate world, but not exclusively, clearly. He used his deep compassion as a weapon to cut through this airless shell that entrapped me. It was clever. He patiently, and there's a key word, and gently, he helped me. He waited. He waited for me to understand. This was not easy. I didn't have a clue what he was talking about to begin with. He would ask me things, put myself in this position, or think of this, and I would have no idea what he was talking about. I mean, he may as well have been Swahili or something or other. But so I had trouble with this language, but he just waited. He didn't push it, he didn't force it, he didn't teach it to me either. Which was very clever because I'm a terrible learner. He just waited for me to get it. And this is how he finally got through to me. This language, which is so old, is deep within our souls. And I have heard it only once. And this was very, very similar to that experience. I mean, it was quite remarkable. So it enabled me, it was like a tool, it enabled me to get what he was talking about and just finally get the epiphany of where he was moving with this. And that was really pivotal. Anyway, ultimately so, he broke through. And he taught me new paths to walk, or new vistas, new wonderful views to look at instead of the inside of my shell, which was just there. And teaching a 60-year-old woman new tricks is quite incredible, if not impossible, I would imagine. And particularly as I tend to be a little reluctant. Never mind. But what changed me, what changed my mind, ultimately, is this. His love, his joy. It is truly the most human I've ever met. I mean, I don't think that's putting too fine a point on it. In my opinion, only, but in my opinion, I hope it's not too personal, Ed is the ultimate empath. But one who has learned the absolute need to control this gift that many of us would either drown in, run away from, or ignore. And which is sort of sad, but it's true, I know. He has understood the wisdom, though, of encapsulating this fearful talent. And if you've got children, you know the meaning of boundaries. Boundaries are pivotal to create safety and loving control in your children, so that they know where they are safe, they know where they are loved, they know where not to go. So he's an architect. Ed has made himself an architect of this incredible construct with which to exercise his empathic gifts. Anyway, okay. He does that partially to protect himself from burnout, but also with which to use his very pure essence to work within. And it has exceptional results. It's quite breathtaking to behold. You know, I mean, I just can't stress that enough. It is... Anyway, there is no barrier he can break. Partially because he doesn't think there are any barriers. But really he can't break them. Really the barriers that he breaks are simply because he knows who you are and where you've been. Not because he's asked you, not because you told him, but because of his vast humility and almost unnerving ability to think before he speaks, which is not something I tend to do myself. But I tell you what, I love it when I'm watching him muse. He takes a moment when he wants to think. He takes a moment and he's very still, and he's just sort of not looking around. He's just very still, very passive, as if he's just waiting to hear the most beautiful sound, and that's his moment. And then he delivers. Wild. I mean, it truly is wild. Ed, on a personal note, you have given me a chance that I never thought possible to love, accept, and embrace my life without judgment, but with a childlike excitement, because that, as you know, is ultimately what I want to be, the child in me. I need that little girl back, and you have cracked pathways that we may walk together. Amazing. I know that the rewiring that you have started in my mind is only just really beginning, and yet I'm so much more excited. I'm so much more aware of it, and I am in awe of the joy and love that you have given me to give to myself. I am forever grateful to you, Ed, for opening my mind, my heart, and my soul. I am ready to receive. Amen. Agape love, dude. I just love you, Ed. You are an earthly angel. Okay, thanks so much.